Today marks April 1st, so you know what that means, man. We got to go over the 50 out of 50 Eagles team to end out March. I'll be honest, I feel like I haven't really made too many changes besides like the Carmichael recently. I don't really know. I feel like the team's kind of stay relevantly the same. Either way, we're going to go over the whole team, the abilities we're rocking, why we got guys in certain places, strat cars, the whole thing, etc, etc. So let's get into it. And also, this is a very strict Eagles team. I don't have a single cheat. Everybody on this team has Eagles chem, keyword Eagles chem, because obviously some of these guys never play for the Eagles, but they get like all team chems. Gonna start off with the offensive line. Left tackle, we got John Runyon. So the reason why I have John Runyon at left tackle is because he gets left tackle chem. And I'll be honest, I feel like he has played better for me at left tackle than he did when he was playing right tackle for me. So, you know, obviously he's not getting secure protectors discounted and all that stuff, but I've definitely noticed in the run game, I feel like he's a lot better. So I just got him playing left tackle for that reason. Left guard, we still got the legend Isaac Samalo, and I call him a legend because he's legendary ass. Now, I don't have neither of the tribute Jason Kelsey's at center. I originally had his 96, but I did some dumb stuff and quick sold it. It is what it is. You live and you learn, man. But my plan honestly is what I want to do is I'm going to have probably Kevin Mawai take over for a center when I get, I think his name's Kevin Dotson. It's the left guard, the free agency guy, the LTD, the 98. He gets all team chems. The plan is I want to put him in left guard, move Smile to right guard. Kevin Mawai gets to move to center. That's kind of the plan. And honestly, we're not too far off from getting him, so I might end up getting him this week. We'll see. For now, though, Jason Kelsey's holding it down. He sucks. Right next to him, Kevin White sucks. Hopefully, he'll be better at center, but at right guard, he sucks. Our last guy on the offensive line, Mike Onwenu. I think that's how you say his name. I would have to say this. I think he is the worst out of all 5 of these guys. He is the worst. The abilities I'm rocking right now on the offensive line is really only on Mr. Mike. I got natural talent for 0 at 0, so I just threw it on. And I got identifier on for 1. Now, I also want to mention the AP I'm rocking right now on offense is a little bit different than the AP I usually run because I'm supposed to be running a new offense. I labbed it a while back, never really got a chance to use it. I'm going to bring it out today. I know I did not go live last night. That is because I wasn't feeling very good. Took a nap around like 6. Was supposed to wake up at 9. I set an alarm. Apparently, I didn't put the alarm for 9 p.m. I put it for 9 a.m. So, yeah, that didn't happen. But by the time this video is done, I'll probably be live not too long from that. So, we're going to be live all day playing Madden. So, yeah. For our tight ends, we still got good old Jordan Reed out here. He's been great for me almost the whole year. He's, you know, and he only gets better and better because he keeps getting upgrades. And we do have Dalton Schultz. He's actually been pretty solid. He should be relatively cheap also. The abilities we got, I got Vanguard, X Factor, and Jordan Reed. I don't know how you get it to activate. I don't think I've ever gotten it to activate. Dalton Schultz has Matchup Nightmare for 0, and I think it's Mid and Elite for 0. So it's just a bunch of, you know, random 0 AP abilities he gets. They're free. You know, it is what it is. But the 2 very good tight ends. I definitely recommend Dalton Schultz, especially since we do not have a tight end for the theme team. But Jordan Reed is the free option. I just need 2 tight ends from our offense. That's how it works. Even this new thing I'm running, it's basically my offense, just kind of under center. You'll have to see it. Wide receiver 1, we still got AJ Brown, and if you're wondering why I have wide receiver apprentice on him, even though I have High Route Master on Cunningham, I don't know. It's free. It looks cool to say, hey, I got an ability on AJ. That's the truth. AJ Brown is definitely a must-have receiver for the Eagles team. You got to have him. Wide receiver 3, I got Deshaun Jackson. He's just there for depth. You guys know that I don't use the receivers. But if you do use the receivers, some good options. You could go with our Julio. I'm not sure how much his price is right now. Nelson Aguilar is a very good price. A very, very good price. He's like 100,000. He can get up to 99 speed with the theme team and the Easter egg. What is it? The strat car gets him 2. So you can get 4+ speed on Aguilar. He gives 99 speed, so he's pretty good. Or you go Michael Pittman. He's like 98 speed, 6'4". He's got really good juke. That's not really too bad if you can't afford Julio. But running back 1 is Darren McFadden. I've loved this card a lot. He's been great. I actually have Jukebox on him now. I got the Wrecking Ball X Factor he gets, which is, it's actually not that bad. I got Jukebox on him for 2 AP because I was able to free up some AP with how I'm running this right now, and Human Joystick for 0. So he was already great for me. Jukebox is probably going to make him even crazier. My backup running back is Miles Sanders. I could probably get, because I had Swift's, what was it, his 93 or whatever it was, 94. I could probably get that thing back. It's probably not too much, so I'll probably end up doing that, get him as a backup for McFadden. QB1 is still Randall Cunningham, man. Look, his AP might not be the most generous, but the guy can definitely play on the field, and that's a fact. And it's still probably the Eagles theme team's best quarterback right now. Right now, the abilities we got on him, so I got Run and Gun X Factor. I have gift wrap, conductor, hot route master, and gunslinger for 6 AP. I know, a little strange. You know, it's something we've been labbing. The conductor part, I will say, I don't know if I really need it. I just don't know where else I'd put the extra AP. And wide receiver 2, the newest Harold Carmichael, who I have not used yet, but I already know he's going to be great. And I actually want to just check something on Harold Carmichael really quickly. Does he get I want to see if he gets red zone 3 AP. I was hoping it's gonna, if it was 2 AP, I would have honestly just thrown red zone threat on him, because I'm just burning the extra AP on that conductor for Cunningham, which it's not bad, but it's, you know, I don't need it. So that's pretty much the offense, though. Let's go ahead and go over to defense. I want to say this right now. The Eagles' team defense is nasty, man. I just got to get that out the way. But free safety, we got Mr. Kevin Byard. Got the universal coverage X factor on him, which starts on all game. It only takes probably about 3-4 plays to come on. And when it comes off, it never comes off. I know it says if he gives up a catch or something like that, it'll come off. It will not. So you don't need to spend any AP on Kevin Byard. For the actual abilities I have on him, it's pick artist and mid-zone KO, just because it adds up to 0 AP. But Kevin Byard will probably be on my team for the rest of the year, no doubt about it. Universal coverage safety, I ask a lot out of my safeties. They have a lot of things that I, you know, make them do up top. So he's probably never going to leave my field. For my other safety, we got DRC, Dominique Rogers, Cromartie. The X factor I have on him is, I think it's shut down or something like that. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks, but you know, there's not. I don't think I have anyone else that gets X factors that start on, so I just went with that. The abilities, though, we got deep end zone, pick artist, and mid zone KO. He gets the mid zone KO discounted, and the thing is, like, if we definitely need another safety for the theme team, but like if we get another safety and he does not get mid zone discounted, then I would probably have to just throw him at corner or something, because I need mid-zone discounted on my safeties. Now, granted, even if he didn't get a discount, it would probably add up to similar AP to DRC. But for now, DRC's playing safety for me. And honestly, in coverage, his safety's been really good. It's just the only thing that kind of sucks is his tackling, obviously, isn't the greatest. But in coverage, the guy does what he's supposed to do. For my corners, we still got Mr. Big Play Slay out there. He's got deep out zone and pick artist for 3 AP. He still plays really good for me, but obviously if we get a brand new corner, he will most likely replace him. Corner 3, we got the Troy Vincent. He doesn't play. I only use 2 corners for my 3-4 defense, 3-4 under. I dropped a video on that, I think, last week or the week before, if you guys want to go check that out. But Troy Vincent's just there for, you know, the chems and all that stuff. And my other corner is Cameron Curl. You guys know he gets all team chems. I know it's crossed out as if saying like he does not get the chemistry because he's out of position. But as you can see here with the stats, he still does. All it does is it doesn't account for the so you see how it says I'm 53 out of 50 Eagles. If he was in his natural position, I'd be 54 out of 50. You know what I mean? Like if he was actually a corner, he still gets the chems. It just doesn't count towards the, you know, the number of the team chemistry, I guess. Cam Curl's been pretty solid for me at corner. I got a deep out zone on him, and he actually gets a lurk artist for 0 AP, so it adds up to 1 AP total. He's not really bad. I think the thing I like the most about him is he has that tackle value at corner, which is pretty nice. But overall, not a bad corner. I'm not gonna say he's the craziest, but he's solid. Now for my inside backers that I use in the middle of my defense, like I said, I run 3-4 under, so you know you got 2 safeties, 2 outside corners, 5 D linemen, and then 2 backers in the middle. For the backers I got in the middle, we got TJ Edwards. A lot of people ask me, you know, Devin White or TJ Edwards. For me personally, I like TJ Edwards a little bit better because of his AP. And because of some of his stats, I just like a little bit better than Devin White. I know really, I think the only thing Devin White has over him, in my opinion, is the 1 more speed. Devin White's 98 speed. TJ Edwards is 97 speed, but to me, that's not a big deal. So I've been using TJ Edwards. On him, I have Lurk Artist for 0 and Tackle Supreme for 1. And I got to say, that Tackle Supreme is no joke. Going against because you're going to go against Angry Runs Bo pretty much every single game. And, you know, if TJ Edwards gets his hands on him, he's bringing him down. So that's a big thing. Other inside backer is still Harold Carmichael to this day, man. 6'8" is something that just, you know, it's not a stat. It can't be tall. You just got to have it. And he's got it. I just got that Lurk Artist on him for 0. And this man still just plays really good, man. I'm keeping him on my team until he gets another card. He's 6'8". That's all I got to say. The only people who do not play that you're looking at on screen right now is Nakobe Dean. He's just a special teamer, and Troy Vincent also just a special teamer. Let's talk about this defensive line now, because this is the bread and butter of the defense. The 5 down linemen. These guys eat. Starting off with Brian Burns. Brian Burns for me lines up over top the right tackle in my defense. So I don't know if it's left end or right end, because, you know, I think it's like backwards, but I'll just break it down like that. It's easier. He lines up over top the right tackle for me. I got no outsiders on him for 0 and reach elite for 0. the guy's a beast. I dropped a gameplay with him a couple weeks ago. I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, he's legit, man. I think he's like 97 speed. He gets to the quarterback with ease. Javon Curse is my opposite edge rusher, Brian Burns. He lines up over top the left tackle. Originally, I had him where Brian Burns is at, but then I got Burns and I decided to switch it. Curse is a beast off both edges for me. He's been great for me. Now, obviously, I paid for him when the day he came out. That LTD price was crazy. I'm sure he's a lot cheaper now. He does not get anything for 0 AP. I have no outsiders on him for 1 AP, which is kind of crazy. He gets nothing for 0 because he was a 97 overall LTD, but he's really good. I'm not going to say you need him, but he's solid. Reggie White in my defense lines up right next to Javon Curse. I have him lined up right over top the left guard. The Unstoppable Force X Factor still screams. It absolutely does. And I was actually able to free up a little AP in my defense. I don't remember how I did, but I did. And I had 1 AP left. I didn't really know what I wanted to put on. So I just threw on double or nothing on Reggie White because I had nothing else really good to put on. And I got to say, I feel like it's improved him a little bit. Like when his X Factor's on, I feel like he goes even crazier. So Reggie White is still, I feel like I don't want to say a must-have, but Unstoppable Force, that I can start on is just, that's insane. Jalen Carter. So Jalen Carter in my defense is lined up right next to Reggie White. He is lined up right over top the center. I got that inside stuff on him for 1 AP, and he gets interior threat for 0 AP. He's really solid. I'm not going to say like you need to get his new card because his last card also gets the 1 AP inside stuff. But I mean, I'm sure this card isn't that much. I don't even remember how much I got him for, but I would say get him just because he's probably not much. Our very last guy on the defensive line is Bryce Huff. So Bryce Huff is lined up right next to Brian Burns and Jalen Carter. He gets speedster for 0 AP, so that's what I got on him. And he's been really good. It helps when Brian Burns, they're kind of worried about blocking him and stuff, and then, they forget about Bryce Huff, and he goes in there. So he's been really good for me. Another guy that's probably really cheap. So that's kind of how I run my 3-4 defense. We're going to go over, strategy cards and some of the other stuff as well. Special teams, we got Aaron Siposs at punter. Now, I think Cameron Johnston might have got a punter card. I'm not sure. I would have to check, but I feel like he did at some point. I'm not really too sure, though. Kicker, we got Jake Elliott, who is still arguably the best kicker in the game. I know Matt Prater got a card, but I think they have the same exact kick power, so it's not that much of a difference. And I have Jordan Reed at long snapper. You're probably like, why do you have a tight end at long snapper? That is because on what is it called? Punts. Sometimes you got to punt. You never know. You might have to punt. Instead of having that fat, slow lineman right there, trying to get downfield and make a tackle, you could have a 98 speed tight end. So I know it's not that big of a deal, but it's just something to think about. I did just adjust my kickoff unit really quickly because I noticed I didn't update it. Carmichael's the guy for kickoff. That's just what it is. He has like the best juke in the game. There's nothing else to say. If we look at the specialist, my third down power back is McFadden because that is my main back. I have AJ in the slot, but I don't even use a slot receiver, so he's just kind of there. My sub backers, TJ Edwards, Harold Carmichael, and honestly, the way the defensive line is for the rush left, the rush D tackle, and the rush right end, for my 3-4, I don't think any of this really matters, but I have it set up like this, so, and it says I have slot corner, but once again, I don't even use a slot corner. The playbooks and strategy cards, right now, I'm in the run balance playbook, we're trying a little different, something out, so, but the defensive playbook is Ravens. That's what I run my 3-4 under out of. For the strat cards on offense, I still use Gunslinger for that extra throw power for Randall Cunningham. Defensive strat card I got is In the Zone, the +3 zone. I know there's a purple one I could get, but I don't really care, to be honest. I still got the Sugar Rush strat card on, which I guess I don't really need it anymore because I had it on for I had it on for Nelson Aguilar, so I guess I could probably take that off. It's not really going to do a whole lot for Carmichael. I got the 2 times strat card for the Eagles, and there's another one you can get. I think it's a 3 or a 4 times. I'm not sure. Once again, I don't really need it, so I don't really care. And then for the these other strat cards, I have Sean McDermott. He gives me +1 zone. I would say that's probably the best one in the game. And then if you didn't know, for hybrid, you could just put any normal gray strat card in there. So I got another +1 for zone coverage. So that's why I'm usually getting so much extra zone coverage on my DBs. That's pretty much the Eagles theme team right now to end out March. Hopefully for April we can get some more cards. I think, as I'm recording this video right now, they haven't released the content schedule, but if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Ring of Honors this week, which if that's the case, there's definitely some Eagles we could see for that, so that'd be pretty big. I'm going to be live today. I know I said that yesterday. Like I said, I fell asleep. It is what it is. I'm going to be live during the day, probably like after this video is posted, probably like maybe 30 minutes, an hour or something like that. Not too far after. We're going to be live playing Madden all day, running this new offense, running up some coins. Hopefully I want to get Kevin Dotson so I can just get this offensive line situation situated Then I'll be done with that. If you guys want to watch me live, run it up with the Eagles theme team, tap in with the Twitch link that is down in the description. And tell them live over there. I'll see y'all later.